Because of the high cost of rent, I was seeking shelter in a TTC subway station at night because I had no place to go to get myself out of the cold. A few other occasions, I would couch surf, staying with a friend and another friend. Eventually, when I was able to get housing, I had to move frequently due to bad living conditions. I had lived out of my suitcase, ready for another move at any time. I always have goosebumps thinking of these unforgettable homeless days and constant moves. My living condition got worse after I lost my job. In fact, it got harder for me to find a decent place with affordable rent. Because the OW shelter allowance is only $376, I can only afford to rent a room in a rooming house. Rooming houses are unacceptable for living at times. One rooming house in which I had lived was part of a cold room. I have to wear a winter coat to keep myself warm due to the lack of heat in the winter, and my legs got so swollen and cramped that I was unable to walk due to dampness and mold in the summer. At another rooming house, there were 13 people living in the house with only one fire exit. At a different rooming house, I have to pay extra $50 every month in order to receive a rent receipt. Some landlords refuse to rent to me because I'm an OW recipient. One landlord stored her belongings in my room whenever an inspector came by. Recently, my current landlord did nothing about flooding in my room due to water from broken backyard pipe. Given my personal housing experiences, this is my suggestion for the poverty reduction strategy in line with the city recommendation in the interim report on housing. The city must build more affordable quality housing. In doing so, the city would create jobs and stop the long subsidized housing waiting list. The city needs to recognize that single healthy person have to wait a very long time to get subsidized housing. The city should consider rent supplement to low-income individuals or families so they can afford market rent, especially in cases when 80% or more of someone's income goes to rent. This also help relieve the backlog of people waiting for subsidized housing. The city must get involved in regulating rooming houses, especially in Scarborough. Legalizing rooming houses would help protect vulnerable tenants from landlord exploitation. Legalization would ensure rent control, reduce discrimination for OW or low-income persons, and ensure acceptable living conditions such as adequate heating, proper repairs, and safety for tenants. The city must advocate to the province on behalf of single persons on OW to increase their shelter money. Personally, I have to cover much of my rent from my basic